everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am starting April with a favourites video because although I did like a new monthly additions video a couple of weeks ago, I thought I'd start in with some of my favourite things I love through March. One of them is actually around my neck. I've been wearing a bandana non-stop, so although I look kind of like a fisherman or a pirate, I'm just going to roll with it today. My hair's a bit of a mess, but you know, we do these things because we enjoy them. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to show you what I loved through March. Enjoy! So one shop I've been absolutely loving this month is actually Urban Outfitters. I always tend to go in there anyway, but their summer collection is really gorgeous. They've got some really cool pieces. They always do slogan tees and kind of vintage inspired pieces really well anyway. But there's a few things I kind of picked up and acquired throughout the month. One thing actually just arrived this morning that I've really been loving. This thing that I'm talking about is this jumper which says Daydream Believers on it. I saw this actually at the beginning of the month. It was styled in store with kind of like a red bandana because I'm all about that bandana at the moment, and boyfriend jeans, and I just thought it looked so cool. So I've been thinking about it kind of from then until now, and I'm really excited to wear it because I think it's just kind of one of those things that will look great with jeans or skirts, or even just thrown over a little summer dress for kind of a bit of a more boyish look with Converse and stuff. So yeah, big fan of that. The next thing I've really been loving from Urban Outfitters is another item, as I mentioned, and it's this pink bomber jacket. I know bomber jackets are kind of having a moment at the moment. I've seen so many people in them, the kind of Gucci inspired ones. I've seen so many in Zara and Topshop, but this kind of pastel one had me at hello because I was a bit like, oh, is it going to look a bit boyish? I think I'm still kind of trapped in that like mid-2000 phase where everyone kind of wore big kind of proper jock baseball jackets which are really oversized and boyish. I remember me and Joe, I think I got Joe a couple and I really wanted one, but there was a big phase about that. But this one's kind of like a nice neutral balance of everything, and it looks really cool with just stripes or white blouses. It kind of goes with everything, and it's not too much of a statement that it's like, whoa, it's really sporty. It's just quite a girly take on it, which I really like. It looks really cool with high-waisted jeans and little trainers, and I'm sure it will look good with a lot of things. But yeah, this I really love. Moving swiftly on to more stationery and lifestyle pieces, because that's kind of where I've been acquiring the most out this month, or things that I've kind of rediscovered per se. Anyway, the thing I've really been loving is this magazine, which is the South East London Journal, just checking the names right there. I've been following the South East London Journal on Instagram for quite a while. I live in the southeast of London, if you did know, and it's kind of an area that hasn't had a lot of focus until recently. There's lots of places popping up kind of everywhere, from like Peckham and Camberwell to Lewisham, and kind of quite local, which is really cool. But there's a magazine now which I think they've released maybe about 6 or 7 issues, so a bit late to the party, but it's got filled with like loads of different places to eat, homes. It's a really cool magazine and concept, but each issue is different. So this is the fashion issue, but I have one about, I think, swimming or different lidos around southeast, and there's so many. I'm sure there's food and different cultured ones, but it's really cool. So yeah, if you're in the southeast of London, this is definitely worth picking up. Even if you're not, it's a good excuse to kind of discover a new part of town. So yeah, as always, there's always a little bit of stationery in my favourites because I'm a bit of a stationery fiend. This month I picked up the 3am journal from Kiki Kay. Everyone knows I love Kiki Kay. I did a post about it, so I'll link that below if you want to learn more about the brand. But I popped into store because I literally cannot walk past that store without walking in. It's impossible. And I saw this, which I thought was so cool. It's basically a notebook, in short. But it's kind of one that you can have next to your bed, so if you wake up and you have this kind of brilliant idea, you can quickly jot it down. I tend to get a lot of ideas last thing at night, or when I'm in bed or reading or scrolling through Instagram. I'm like, oh, that'd be great, I really want to visit there. And it's a great kind of little book to kind of place all your ideas in. So I think that's a really cool concept, and I'm really glad I picked that one up. So another stationery love comes in the shape of this subscription box, which is Paper Gang. If you haven't heard of Paper Gang, it's a new launch by the wonderful people who run the website Oh Dear, which is a stationery lifestyle kind of website filled with amazing independent artists and creators, things like that, and you can pick up gifts, cards, everything. It's another website I've actually featured on my blog, so I'll link that below. But they've basically created a monthly subscription when you get a little bit of kind of samples of their stationery, so you maybe get cards and pencils, lots of really cool things in a box essentially, and it's a really nice way of introducing you to new brands, picking new bits of stationery you might not already have. So in this month's box, I won't spoil it. I don't know if they're all different or similar, but I got a card, I got some really cool note paper, notebooks. I got a doodle book as well. I was going to show you them, but I think I might avoid that. I might give a little peek. But yeah, it's definitely worth looking into if you're kind of subscribed to beauty boxes and perhaps fancy something a little bit different, but I definitely recommend that. Okay, now time for a collaboration. I'm not usually up to date with beauty collaborations per se. I'm often a little bit behind, but there was one that I was waiting for kind of around this month, and I didn't know the exact date it would be launching, but as soon as I saw kind of the event pop up on Twitter and Instagram and people were there, I was like, oh, it's launched, and that is the Charlotte Olympia and MAC collection. It's not really a secret that I'm a huge Charlotte Olympia fan. I have a pair of the Kitty Flats and a couple of her other things, which I absolutely cherish, but her designs are some of my absolute favourites. So when I heard she was doing a collaboration with MAC, I was just, could not wait basically. I kind of assumed it'd be very much to Charlotte Delisle's signature style, which is kind of cat eyes, red lips. I'm actually wearing a few of the things today, which is the mascara, the eyeliner and the lipstick. This is one of the darker shades of red because I have a lot of red lipstick, so I was like, come on Liv, push yourself. But I picked up a few of the pieces. I picked up the lipstick. I got the colour Retro Rouge, which is kind of like a matte, slightly sheer lipstick, and I got it, the Retro Rouge is kind of more of a burgundy, as you can see. I picked up the mascara, which so far I'm really loving. It's quite lengthening with a bit of thickness added. It's not too clumpy, but it's just a really great kind of all-round mascara. And then I also picked up the liquid liner. I got this actually because it's a brown liquid liner, and I was a bit like, oh, I've never tried that, and a lot of people kind of said that it was a nice way of doing a more natural looking cat flick and kind of toning it down a little bit, so I picked that up. Really great pigmentation. I've got it on today. You probably can't even notice the difference between the fact that it's not black, but I think it's just a nice, more subtle alternative if you're not quite fancying the real striking bold eye. But yeah, it's a really cool collection. There's a lot of different cool red shades of lipstick, lip gloss. I think there's nail varnishes in there. I haven't got anything else to show you, but it's a really cool collection from what I've seen, so really recommend checking that out if you're as much of a fan as I am. Okay, another lip product here. This is the Smashbox Instant Matte Lip, what do you call it? Lip Transformer it says, so we'll go with that. This is a really unique, cool product. I tried this for the first time at the beginning of this month, and basically it's a lipstick mattifier. So if you're wearing a kind of more shiny red lipstick, it doesn't work for glosses because, you know, they're too sticky, but if you're wearing a shiny red lipstick, you can kind of basically pop a bit of this on your finger, rub it over, and it mattifies it. And it's a really cool way of kind of changing a lipstick up without kind of drying it out or changing the formula per se, but it's just a really nice way of mixing up products, so you don't have to necessarily invest in two. You can kind of transform the ones you have. It's been a really cool product to play around with, and I definitely recommend it if you kind of have lots of more sheer shiny lipsticks and want to try mixing them up and see how they look matte. So this is a really cool product from Smashbox. So they're kind of a real innovators in kind of bringing out new products that have never been done before, so this is definitely top of my list. Another thing that I've been loving, I kind of finished that sentence there, but another thing I've been loving is the Origins by All Greens face mask. It's kind of a mask cleanser actually. I've actually only used this once, but I used this last night, and I've been on a shoot yesterday. I had a ton of makeup on, I had a big spot, and I really wanted something that would give me a really deep clean without kind of having to sit there with a big clunky face mask on, and this was the perfect remedy for that. This is a really interesting mask because it kind of comes out as a liquid, but then it foams up. It's in like a little can, so it's very much kind of foamy based, but you kind of smooth it on, and then when you rub it in, it foams a little bit, but not to the point where it's still got quite a lot of substance, if that makes sense. But I can't really describe it. It's just a really deep clean. I kind of took it off. My skin didn't feel tight because that's not really a very nice feeling, but it felt really clean. And I kind of swiped some toner over my face afterwards, and the cotton pad even was totally clean, so I know it got everything off. But it's kind of like a mix between a mask and a cleanser. I left it on for a couple of minutes and then treated it as a cleanser, but I really recommend that if you're looking for something to give you a really deep clean and make your skin like feel like it's had a real bit of TLC, so that's really cool. So the final thing is actually a shampoo. I've been very much loving the Bumble and Bumble Full Potential range, but I've sadly just finished the bottle, so to tide me over in between, I've been using Your Hair Assistant by Davines, or Davines, let's say Davines because it sounds a bit fancier, which is a prep shampoo, and it says it's a shampoo for all hair types, but it's amazing. It's another shampoo that just gives you a really deep clean. It says it's like a prep shampoo, so it kind of gets your hair ready for different styles, perhaps keeping product in, but it's just a really good all-round shampoo. And there's not a lot of shampoos that I massively like using because I've got quite fine hair. I kind of get the feeling that things haven't washed out if it's meant to be thickening, whereas this shampoo kind of gives that bit of volume, but it doesn't kind of leave you feeling like you've not washed it all out properly. So this is another thing I've really been loving. So yeah, that's kind of everything for this month. There's a huge pile of stuff next to me, but I really hope you enjoyed this video. There's definitely been more of a mix. Let me know if you want to see more beauty videos focusing on that kind of thing, or whether you want more fashion videos. As always, I love to hear your feedback, but yeah, hope you have a wonderful month, and well, I'll see you next week anyway, so yeah, thank you for watching, bye!